Hey AJ, it's Chris Angel here. Obviously, you know that by looking at me. I have nothing planned. I'm sorry that this is late. I had to rush my mom to the doctor's yesterday. I also had gotten it in time for your show. But I still wanted to send this to you because you have meant so much to me in my life and my career. When I came out to Vegas for the very first time, no one gave a shit about Chris Angel. You gave me the opportunity to spend some time with me, to sit down over a hibachi dinner, which you bought me. And you were just so generous with your time and your money and encouraging me to pursue my dream and try to help me in that pursuit. And I just want to say I will never forget that. We've had our little challenges, but overall, brothers have their own disagreements. At the end of the day, I want you to know that I love you. You're in my heart. I care about you. I'm here for you. And I hope you'll spend my birthday with me next Friday. I love you so very much. If you need anything, you can always count on me. God bless you, and know that I love you very much.
Burn Unit with your host, the amazing Johnathan.
Hi, welcome to Burn Unit. We are back with part 2 of Private Joke Show is what it ends up being.
Kind of much fun.
Yeah, it is. We're going to bring on crew members that I used to spend all my days and nights with, and we're going to talk about stories that we did. And we have some celebrities in the audience who are also introducing this show. And what? Someone's signaled me from the bed. What? Hi. God damn it! Who is that?
Amber.
Fucking Amber. All right. This is Amber Alert.
Oh.
I still got it. I should be working. We're going to bring this girl out again because she was there during the whole fucking mess. You know her, you love her. Well, you don't really know her because she has never done a real TV show except for with me. Well, And grab a puppet on your way in. I'm going to show you a new game.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together or don't for Psychic Tanya, a.k.a. Penny Wiggins. That'll work. No. Time to make the king do jumping jacks again. Hi, Penny.
Hello, Jonathan.
Time to slide off the chair, so it's not so bad now. You're not sliding off the chair, are you?
It's not a dress. It is the dress.
This is her horse. This is her horse riding gear.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, look at her jeans. She's ready to ride a horse.
Penny came over to my house
Penny.
and met my horse.
I met the little one and the big one.
She's got a horse and a doctor for a husband. She's done quite well. How have you done? Do you have a horse or a doctor for a husband?
I have a sister.
But you know that I met my husband because you were late for work.
A lot of people met their husbands because of me. Erica, you, I don't know. I think Eliza, maybe.
Probably
Yeah,
in a roundabout way. It's very
I'm like quite the matchmaker by my personality being the way it is.
But Penny met my horse and she grabbed this carrot. She goes, Alfie! She puts this carrot in her mouth and does this, and my horse goes, chomp! And I was thinking of all these things that could go wrong because I would not do that.
Well, he could have thought she was a snowman.
I was like, ah! And then my horse loved her.
Carrot for a nose, snowman. Fucking makes the reference. He makes that fucking crossover. You see what I did? I zigged and zagged.
Yeah, I thought not.
See? Let's do the whole show like this, see? So Penny, you used to work for me, eh?
Do your Christopher Walken. This is the best impression ever. And then, no, just, okay, remember the couple?
I know why I fell asleep.
No, we did a bit. We used to do this bit.
Yeah,
where-
husband and wife, and they were so
Yeah.
bored with each other that, and they would be at a party, and I'd be like talking to somebody, and just hearing her voice at the party would put me to sleep because it's my wife. So hey,
Hey, when do you think we're going to go?
so anyway, I was
So I think it's time for us to... And then what was the other one?
based on a true story.
Wait, what was the the other one?
When Penny starts talking, it's like somebody left the room. That was actually a review from Steve Wyrick's show. It was. Somebody said when Steve Wyrick comes on stage, it's like somebody left the room. Yeah, not about you. No, they never reviewed you. It was always Amazing Johnathan and that girl, or Amazing Johnathan and slut. Oh, Amazing Johnathan and slut with breasts. Oh, that's even worse. And if you don't call them breasts, if you call them titties, she fucking hates that word. Who hated it? Who was it that hated? Who my comments about your breast that you hated more than anybody else? And don't say not you. Anyone? Chris? Billy McComb. Always comment. 80 years old, still like breasts. God
Playing
bless
havoc
him.
with my concentration, girl.
Yeah. Penny would get so mad. He's 80 years old. Give the guy a fucking break. You know, it's not like some teenager slathering over your tatas.
Those breasts are bigger than when I was here last time.
Yeah. But it sounds so even though he's being a crotchety old horny man, he sounds so distinguished. It's from British accent. Oh, I'd like to bend you over. Fuck that. And they always trail off a bit. I always want to drive.
Those breasts were any big, I could go up in the air.
It was like that cartoon with the guy, the General I'll never tell you the time I went traveling in India.
Of course, I was drunk at the time you did.
So anyway, we're going to bring out our first guest, who we all love, and he was the co-host of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Up until he decided he wanted to work with Disney. And he knew he would never be on Disney if he did this show. Ladies and gentlemen, what was my great intro for you, Bruce? Wait, I had a good one. Well, no, that's not it. Yeah. Oh, I had a really good.
Funnier than you?
Oh, I don't think that one. Wait, that was it. Oh, I know it was. I like it. You know him, you love him, and then you don't. For a month or two, anyway. When we fight, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bruce Block, the former co-host, and come slide off my chair that we stole from the hotel. We stole all this furniture from the hotel.
Which hotel?
We can't say because we stole it.
This chair's a little bit high.
It is a little. It's just like everyone here. Bruce is an actor. He's been in several productions. Recently, he was in Les Miserables. But that was it. Nothing made you more Les Miserables than them being the co-host of the show. Yeah.
And he's directing Man of La Mancha right now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that the soup that you pour hot water on and it becomes like really Man of La?
That's Maruchan.
Oh, okay. One person picked it up. My beautiful wife gets my sense of humor. Yeah. Nobody knew that but her. These are like telegraph jokes to individual people in the audience.
And
So what? Well, I wasn't finished with your credits. He's a writer. He always helps me write my stuff. Throughout the years, he's been in and out my show more than I've been in and out half the audience members here. I had to do it because this is the only time I've been in and out.
Yeah, all the way back to the Nuggets, too.
All the way back to my Nuggets.
All the way back to the, yeah.
Yeah, you did. You went back to the Nugget, didn't you?
Well, as an act,
you
I was
were my
wondering-
body double for a while.
Yes, I was your body shape.
You
What
had
did
to
we
be-
do?
We did
What
a
was the act?
switch, and I needed somebody the same size.
What was the act?
And you were the only one. And they had to look like Despicable Me. And that was it.
But what was the act? What was the
It was
switch
my
for?
act, and it was a really hokey switch. It was the one we did on Comedy Central with the black art. Remember, I would cover myself up and hide in the black art.
See, I didn't do that on comedy. What I was,
No, you
I
didn't
played
do-
your brother on Comedy Central.
Yeah, but you were in almost every special on Comedy Central. You played my brother in Comedy Central. No, the bit that we did was done on the last Comedy Central special. But who did it? Penny and me and Erica did it, and they couldn't do it with the camera. Remember So I said, let's just do a trick and just do a camera trick like Chris Angel does.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we
yeah.
can't do that. I'm like, fuck yes, we can. So I vanished from the stage and appeared in the balcony. It was just a camera editing thing.
I
And
remember
then
that.
that's great. Yeah, all the magicians are like, holy shit, how did you run that fast up there? Yeah, I was booking it. Got to get up to the balcony. Yeah, so that was how you got in the show, was with that bit. And then you've been...
Well, that was opening act.
You've been in
too.
and out. Yeah, you opened the show for me, and you did your ping pong balls out of your mouth.
Oh, God.
And I would turn
You
on the
fucked with
blower. I fucked with him. Good.
Oh, God,
He would
yeah.
spit ping pong balls in the air and catch them in his mouth.
Juggle 'em, yeah.
And I would turn on the fans for the snowstorm. And every time he spit a ball, I'd go like right behind him.
That's just evil. Evil.
And
Yeah.
it was awful.
But
The
brilliant.
audience had no
But
idea
look how
why I
funny
was
you're,
just...
you're laughing. How
Oh,
that's
God.
funny.
And then he had Bruce had a talking rabbit, and I would
Still do.
and I would turn his microphone off, and the rabbit wouldn't say what he wanted. He would say what I wanted on the mic. I was like, "Please welcome to the stage." I don't think he's funny, but you might, and just stuff like that, and just fuck with your show. It was fun.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, it was back as the neck. And I found you Adam Waxman. Because he was assisting me when I came and worked with you. And then
Did you really?
He came and he was assisting me.
Stole,
at the
and
thing.
he lied, and he.
You took him away from me.
He's
You
in
brought me
jail.
to the Harmon Theater too,
I brought you. I hooked you
think
up with.
he's in jail.
I hooked you up with Kelly Murphy.
where he stole and he lied.
And he's out of jail now?
Who is?
Adam Waxman.
So let's keep talking about him so there's a reason to contact us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
Yeah, and we didn't say Ad. But Adam Maxman,
Adam Dexman.
that asshole. We like Adam. Stay
Yeah, I
away,
got you.
motherfucker. Stay away.
Yeah, I got you at the Harmon, which you were there for a long time.
5 years. We were there for 5 years until we decided that we wanted a proper sound system, and it was horrible there. It turned out to be horrible, but it started out good. Then Eliza brought us to the Valleys, and everything went fucking great.
Yeah.
You were the big move to Valleys.
Big move to
Yeah,
Bally's.
man.
And there was a time with Chris, who's one of your main assistants who was at, where there was a mouse at the Harmon Theater that we must have spent 2 hours trying to capture that damn mouse. It was,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, how about the smell in the dressing room that nobody could figure out?
the couch.
No, it wasn't the couch. Yeah, you leave a couch in the gay club for a week. No, it was Penny.
Oh.
It was Penny bringing. We painted the dressing room. It smelled so bad. We couldn't figure out. It was a fucking hard-boiled egg in her purse that she had in there for weeks and weeks and
I
weeks.
forgot. I completely forgot about it. And I couldn't, I'm like,
we looked, we
I
stripped
washed
the
my
dressing room.
clothes.
We-
I was
yeah.
like, I still smell that smell. Where's it come? And I'm like, oh crap, I hope it's not something
She even
else.
cleaned down below for this one. Because that one we figured was the most similar smell.
And then one day I just opened my bag and I'm like, oh my god, and it
found
smelled.
the
That was
smell.
the nastiest thing I've ever
Oh.
smelt in my
Oh, it
life.
had to be.
the
It
second
was.
nastiest smell I've ever
What
seen.
about the steaks in your trunk?
Yeah, I left the steaks, fell out of my grocery bag, and they were in my car for half the summer. And I noticed my car's window looked tinted, but it wasn't tint, it was black flies.
Oh no.
I rolled the window down, this isn't tint. It was smelly too, it smelled bad. It was like horrid, like a dead body. You know how dead bodies smell.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like that.
We went dumpster diving. I know
Yeah,
the dead body.
Bruce and I,
Oh,
we come from Michigan. We're both from Michigan. We have the same interests. I feel close to Bruce. I love Bruce.
We're cut from the same cloth
We are
in
cut.
many ways.
And he has
Both
manners.
raised Lutheran.
Yeah, we have
were.
manners. We were brought up with manners. I like Bruce. I always
Oh, thank you.
had manners, but we would fight over stupid things, and Bruce would run off, and I wouldn't see him for months and months and months. Sometimes a year would go by. We wouldn't talk, and then I would call him and say I need help with this, and rip it right back in the fucking fly trap.
That's what I'm here for. Here we are again.
Yeah. I remember the best fight.
Oh,
the best
Jesus
fight
Christ.
was
Ah, la, 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 la.
I know this one.
Tell me when it's over.
the blackface. Blackface is not considered politically correct, but nor am I. So I think blackface is funny, right? I love blackface. I love doing. I like to
wanted me
make
to
fun.
do blackface.
I like fun. Yeah.
You wanted me to do that?
But the fight was over this. The fight was over. Bruce said it was illegal to do blackface in the theater, and I said no, it's not illegal. It's just not. It's frowned on. He went, no, you can't do it. You can't do it. I said, Bruce. And we got to display, and we got so heated over this stupid. Can you imagine over blackface? Can you imagine this?
It's kind of a
man, how I love you. Brucey, I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles. Brucey. Ah, Brucey, I'm coming home. Can't you see me, Brucey? I'm walking down the road. I'm getting closer to the house, Brucey. I'm going to steal your car. See, a black guy, I'm going to stealing car reference right there. Yes, I did.
He did.
All right, so.
I'll never work at Disney because I'm sitting
No, you won't. No. Who wants to work for Disney anyway? Why did you quit this show, Bruce? That we want to know. Because Sophie's having a lot of fun with it.
I mean, it's not even about the company car and the 1,200 per episode.
Oh,
That
wow.
has,
Ixnay on the company car.
And the house. What about the
Shut
apartment?
up.
The show needed a breath of fresh air, and that was Sophie.
Oh, that is such a politically correct way to get out of it. Fucking why, Bruce? Why? We want to know.
You want to know?
You were so good on the show.
Oh, thank you.
No, not that you like. That's
I honestly,
money. I pay you.
I honestly became a bit uncomfortable with some of the content in the show.
Why? Wait. Let me refill.
and it was more than a little. Come on.
Because the punchlines were always either at the expense of Jews or blacks or gays, and
That was everybody. That covers everyone.
oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody.
I just really doing the racist puppets. Just I cringe. Rebecca can tell you days before I go. I don't want to go and do the podcast because I'm going to have to do something that I'm not going to want to do.
Hello, Bruce.
I was always the old lady.
Bruce, don't give him the old lady. She's racist. Okay, Bruce, let's do little innocent jokes and see how fucking funny they are. Okay. Hi, Bruce. Why did the crow sit on the telephone pole?
I don't know.
To make a long distance call. See, not funny. Well, here's another one. Bruce.
Yeah.
Yes. Why did the other crow sit on the telephone pole?
I don't know.
Because he wanted to kill a nigger Jew. Oh. He didn't really want to kill him. He had to.
It's like,
Yeah, see, I can understand your discomfort.
can we talk about your days at the Clippers when you owned the Clippers? Can we talk about that? With Paula Dean?
I happen to be big fans of both of theirs. So, no, I'm not really racist. I just like to play one on TV, you know? It's cheaper than buying the costume.
But I mean, you have to admit, though, that nowadays you can't make a joke about anything. You look at the Paula Deans, you make.
I know. You know
and
what?
And I said, years ago, when one of our first broadcasts, you might not be around as long as I'm going to be around, and I want to keep working.
You called that fucking right, psychic.
I want to keep working.
Since when are you into mentalism?
In your memory, I want to keep. In fact, I'm going to steal all of your act.
You know what? Better yet, you can buy it. Everyone's stealing it. You should try something different.
Didn't you get some weird offer on Facebook for someone to come and live with you and help and learn your
Yeah,
act from
recently. Anna took that one.
you? It did. It just made me laugh so much.
We're going to bring Anna out right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, we'll talk with Bruce for one more second, but Anna's got to do a magic trick for us. She's been studying magic, and she's learned some pretty good stuff. She's blown me away. So, Bruce, did I ever yell at you? Except for when we were fighting over the blackface thing? Did I ever treat you like a Jew or a black guy?
Actually, we never really had too bad of arguments.
No.
I don't. Actually, we never did.
Do you remember dumpster diving? And
We built the haunted house off of stuff found in the dumpster.
But do you remember the most I made you laugh dumpster diving?
I know the funniest was when we found the trophy.
The trophy, right.
The trophy was, and I can't remember. You
Bruce,
said
I found a
punch line.
trophy in a dumpster, and Bruce said, "What does it say on it?" I said, "Most likely to be bit by a rat." And I was in the dumpster
Yeah, and then
holding
you
it.
had a capper too. That was good too because we were debating which was funny. It goes. Oh, and there's another one here. This is most likely to need a tetanus shot.
Oh, you're here. I didn't introduce you yet.
No,
You
I
just
thought
creeped
you-
out.
Well, you did
I was
an
going to build
introduction
you
when
up.
you started
Go over there. Go over there. Go over there.
Let's do a build up.
All right.
But the seat's warmer now.
All right. Anna, come.
No, I don't
Anna,
think we had a big
sit
argument. So
That's not the big build-up yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I met this lady 4.5 years ago. How long has it been?
4.5 years.
Cool. Thank God I got that fucking right. I married her. She's a terrific girl, and I'm thrilled to death to have her back on the show. She was on the show before, demonstrating her physical prowess as a sideshow artist. And I'll let you introduce our special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful wife, Anastasia.
Yeah.
Now, who is in the audience that you want to introduce that you were so thrilled about meeting?
Well, I think he left.
Bobby Reynolds.
This is
Reynolds.
I
embarrassing.
was pretty impressed to
Oh,
meet
was
him
Bobby
outside.
Reynolds
Wait.
here?
Yeah.
Outside.
Bobby Reynolds was
Bobby
here?
Reynolds,
Oh.
the greatest
How did I
showman
know
on
Bobby?
earth,
Yeah.
was here
Yeah.
for the first episode.
Who is he?
With he's the greatest showman on earth. He's been doing it for about
He's
A
a
magician?
years.
No,
No,
it's like
it's a
Connie.
The greatest
Connie.
showman on earth.
Can I tell a very
Yeah.
quick Bobby Reynolds story? When I directed Freaks, Bobby Reynolds has the greatest collection of old sideshow things. And we had, Anthony Cools produced, had the idea that we wanted to buy Bobby Reynolds' two-headed babies. Now, Bobby Reynolds has real, because you can't own human parts, but these one of them goes
Way
back
back.
to the World's Fair. These have been grandfathered in. He has two.
Grandfathered in. Can you grandfather in two-headed babies? This is starting to be like the blackface thing. I call your bluff on that.
So I drove all the way out there, and we were gonna have this as one of the displays out in the lobby for Freaks. And then Bobby says to me, he goes, "Oh, this is really great. We'll make the deal. You just have to take the babies out of the jar and change the formaldehyde once a month, and then put the babies back in."
With your teeth.
And I knew as production manager of Freaks that it wasn't going to be Anthony Cools taking the two-headed dead baby out of the. And I was
Not
like,
unless
"Hey," I
it was a
said,
16-year-old
"There is
baby."
no effing way
would've
I
done
would
it.
be."
She would
You
do
weren't
it.
here. You would have.
I would've done it.
She
Are
would have
you
done
kidding
it.
me for that two-headed
She is into this stuff.
But I went
she
all-
found a dead stingray on the beach and wanted to take it home. I'm like, no, I'm not taking that stinky thing home.
I have
You can make a
dead
devil's.
chicken. I'm
What do
doing
they call it? The
taxidermy
devil
now.
foot.
She's starting to do taxidermy. She's starting to make
I heard your idea, and I love your idea.
What
for
is
the
your
chest.
idea?
Chess set?
oh, the
Chess set.
dead
And a
mouse.
mouse version of you, Haley, and myself.
Aww.
I think you could do all taxiderm though. You could have little raccoons and stuff as a chest set.
I want to do
Just-
gaffs with bird heads on guinea pigs. I wanted that for Christmas, but he refuses
That's
to
a
buy
Bo-
me.
that's
a
Bobby
gaff.
I won't
Reynolds is
buy
the man.
that kind of stuff. I did buy you that kind of stuff. I said I wouldn't, but I surprised you and I got you a two-headed baby.
That's what Bobby Reynolds is here for. Oh man.
Here he is.
You would actually be okay taking the dead two-headed baby out of the
hell
jar.
yeah.
Penny, say something.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, you wouldn't cringe.
Down my leg.
That wouldn't bother you at all.
No.
That's an idea. Your
I'm
idea
not
of a good.
eating it.
I mean,
as long as I'm not eating it.
yeah. I mean, I've
Wait,
directed.
wait.
I
Would
mean,
you
I'm
eat
all
it?
for the.
Okay, I was just gonna.
Because that's
But it's
just.
not real, is it? It's
No,
Yeah.
these
These are
No.
real.
these
Penny.
are real.
No,
Penny,
these are
they're
real.
real.
My grandfather.
It goes
two-headed
goes back
babies.
to the World's Fair. But yeah, Bobby Reynolds has the
really
real.
Penny.
real.
They're real.
Yes, really real.
Yeah.
Really real.
The bird head on the guinea pig, not so much.
They're just mismatched. So take the head off this and put it on that and just stitch
That's
it
the
on.
kind of taxidermy
She's gonna
I
be
wanna
doing
get.
that
Who's
in
the
my
Asian
house.
ones?
She's gonna be
The
there's gonna be
Asian
feathers
ones
and
that
thread.
resell.
I'm retired. I need to do
You're
so.
not retarded. He's doing it. Oh, retired. Yeah. So you got a trick for us?
Yeah, but
You can sit where I'm at. I'll move out of the spot. You take. You got to see this trick she showed me. She's doing magic now.
maybe now I started doing magic. Then I
But
went
now
into
you're really
sideshow.
into it. You're really into magic, and I know that because I'm buying all the stuff. I've bought you. She
Hippity
gave me a list that went like this when I opened it for Christmas. I'm gonna flip, 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 flip. So I took the top portion and I got you that.
Thank you.
The list, the top portion of the list. So go ahead and show us the trick. It's done with dice. There's no shady moves or anything. This is not a trick.
It
She can do
would
it
be
for
funny
real.
if Andrew Dice Clay came out.
Yeah, that would be.
It's not a dice. Never mind.
I'm not gonna able to do it from this angle. I'm going on my knees.
Oh, hello. Now it got
Shut
interesting. Yeah.
Hello, Jew boy.
Okay, you need to talk for a minute because this is going to take me one
Okay.
second to prepare.
I'll talk to Penny.
Yes.
I'll do a song. Time for a song. I'm a monkey and you're a human, but I still love those titties. I'm a monkey, you're a human,
How
but
about you just-
those tatas.
We'll be right back, folks. How about
He's a monkey.
he's a man with a small pee-pee?
He's a monkey and I'm the king. And we love your titties. God damn it, Penny.
Hurry up, Anastasia!
I'm sick. I'm sick.
Bruce!
This is
why
what
did you
working
leave?
backstage
Yeah, you should be
at the
dead.
job. Honestly, this is it was this
Nyah,
what
nyah, nyah.
Stop it!
working backstage
Penny, you
was
sit here.
like.
Pretty much.
You were
It's called molestation.
the best
They
time.
touched my penis. They touched my tiger penis.
That was a great bit of the show.
Siegfried and Roy touched my tiger penis.
Okay, watch.
Thank you.
4 dice.
Okay, 4 dice. Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna
Cover them up.
See, they're still there.
4 dice.
4 dice.
Now watch this. Square them up.
It's
and
not.
What the fuck? Whoa!
Yeah.
Show them the tubes. Show them both tubes.
Very
How the
nice.
fuck? I like it.
That is cool. I haven't seen that one before.
Tanya.
You never saw it?
No, is that a new tenure?
Yeah, it's great.
Tenure
Tanya.
makes
It's an
some
old
great
tenure.
stuff. Is it an old
It's
tenure?
an old one that they re-released.
They make some fun stuff.
They do make stuff.
I
funny.
love that Crystal Cleveland one with the ring that would go into the bar.
That's
Where am I?
all-time
I'm
best
where?
tenure trick
Isn't
ever,
it?
isn't
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a
You're
total
right back in
thriller.
the middle. Where you're lovely.
Hi, I'm every comic magician in the world. Raccoons and titties.
Remember you and Bruce used to do the Wolfman?
to do Shucky Werewolf.
Chucky Werewolf. You need the mask for that.
Oh,
Yeah, we
can't
did.
you just pretend you
Yeah, the old vaudeville Shucky
Just do
Werewolf.
the Chucky Werewolf.
So you got for Christmas, you got all kinds of stuff like that. Like Tenyo tricks. Hundreds of them. Better than jewelry.
Hundreds of them. Cool.
Alligators and titties.
You
See?
tapped me with that alligator at Christmas, our first Christmas together. I have a picture of you doing it.
Oh.
Oh.
That's tradition in my family. I remember my mom used to touch my dad's penis with the alligator. Around, we would put on carols.
That was a crocodile.
Crocodile. Ah! Never smile at a crocodile. And again, she puts the brakes on. So, funny story. You told me one today. This we'll actually can show this. We have video of it, don't we?
Yeah, we
Of
do.
what you guys pranked me. This is the only prank I think that was done to me that was good. Everyone tries to prank
No,
me.
I got your birthday once. A surprise. I did 3 of them, and 2 of
Oh,
them failed. One
you mean
because of Michael
surprise
Bloom.
parties that we're not talking about. And
Johnathan Pendragon was opening for you
yeah,
that week.
Johnathan Pendragon was opening for me. Do
And
you
Penny
remember?
was gone this.
No,
during
Penny
that.
was
Penny
there.
was there.
Penny
She was there.
You were
And
there.
Penny has about backstage. How many Penny dresses are there? Maybe.
There's like 12, all
12.
different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the
Through
same
the
with me. I
stages.
keep all of them. You don't want to throw away the different sizes because you're constantly going through them all the time. And it just happened to
And
fit.
my wigs.
It just happened to fit. Who was backstage? It was
We dressed up Pendragon, Jonathan
Jonathan
Pendragon.
Pendragon.
There's a site if you want to
His
see.
wife.
Jonathan Pendragon.
dressed up like Tanya, like
What's
Penny.
his wife's name?
Rich Block.
No, Rich wasn't
Seth
there.
Frable.
No.
None of those
No,
people were there.
None of those people were there.
Thanks for
But-
the
but-
memories.
Preston was working, but did he dress up?
No, I don't think.
No,
It was
Jonathan's
you,
Jo-
me, Jonathan Pendragon,
and his
West,
girlfriend.
And
West.
West, who are now they're
They all
married.
dressed like Tanya. Everyone looked identical to Tanya. And Tanya does this thing where she runs out on stage, and then
Bruce runs after
then
her.
Bruce
dress
ran.
this time.
Then another Tanya comes out, and I'm like, what the fuck? She couldn't have ran around that fast from wing to wing,
What?
because I know Penny moves, and she's only fast when she's falling. And so
I got moved like Jagger.
yeah, move like that. Yeah, more like Jaeger. Being drunk. All right, so anyway, so I see one Tanya, then two Tanyas, then three Tanyas, then 4, 5. What was her total?
Six
Six
total.
Tanyas
And then
right
she
in a row.
came back around again.
Yeah, it was like a dope ring. Yeah,
That was so
we put all the IQs together. And then
Oh, we all had blue around our faces too because
Did we
it
do
was
the
for
blue?
Blue Man. That's how we sold it because he had the wig, the dress, and the blue, and that was it.
Well, and then like the week before that was when I actually played Tanya. Were you there when I
Yes.
All
played?
right, we got to do a
I
commercial.
actually-
Wait a minute. Hi,
That was very.
Amazing Johnathan for Sprite. My wife drinks nothing but Sprite. Day and night,
not
it's
true.
Sprite, Sprite, Sprite. I try to get her to drink water. She won't have it. It's got to be fucking Sprite. And I'm the one going to get it for her all the time.
Bullshit.
He had me up until that one.
Here we go.
Okay, that part was a lie. I don't go and get shit for me people, but she brings it home all the time, and that's all she drinks. And look at her. She's skinny and beautiful. So what does that tell you? If she eats cheesecake all week long and she's beautiful.
I did. I ate a whole
She
cheesecake.
a whole fucking cheesecake. For God's sake, I didn't.
Robert gave us a whole cheesecake.
Oh, I want some.
No kidding.
Yeah, the guy who made our wedding cake and did
Yeah.
our wedding.
Was it good?
It was the best cheesecake.
Let's get these two talking about food, and we're on the fucking ballpark.
Just to Buy Cheesecakes. Robert Rosen, best cheesecakes in Las Vegas, and he made our wedding cake with blood dripping from
And I
it,
heard
which
it was
is
the
cool.
best wedding cake ever.
I don't
had one
know.
bite.
We didn't get to taste it.
didn't
I was
either.
drugged up, and no, I got married,
Did you
didn't
taste
I?
it? I think I did.
Was it good?
Yeah,
I
think
didn't
it
taste
was
her on
good.
I
wedding
heard
cake.
it
I thought your wedding
Fabulous.
Cheesecake
was
is
fun.
cheesecake. You keep a cheesecake in the house, you're asking for trouble. Can I
Yeah.
just say that? You're gonna eventually eat all of it, and
Yeah.
I made her get. Did you throw it out?
Yeah, but there's only a little crust of it left when
I
I.
Oh, look
sent
at
a
me.
huge cheese
Where? When
bag
did? Is it
today
like? Was
to
it?
take with my husband? So
What
that I wouldn't
dumpster is
eat
it in?
It was sitting in the house.
That's for Ruth.
Pumpkin flavored one.
That's smart.
Yeah,
She's sending her cheesecake away.
I did. I sent it out of the house today. A big one.
better
Cut
than
it into
throwing
2
it out.
pieces and goes. He doesn't care about cheesecake at all.
What?
Cheesecake is
So Bruce, anyway.
See, this is what happened when you had me stop writing.
We used to write. We never really wrote. Really, we kind of would bounce ideas off each other and just come and do the show. And we were brilliant. We didn't need fucking writing. We didn't need that stuff. Censors and we were rebels, Bruce. We were the first ones to say the word N-word on TV that I'm afraid to say now because you got me afraid to say it. I used to say that word and be proud. I'm from Detroit. Blacks are blacks and N-words are N-words. I can't do it, Bruce. What have you done to me? Now you've taken away my balls. Honey, Bruce won't let me say the N-word.
What about Ariane?
Look what your alligator
We're
did
going to
to my
introduce
finger.
Ariane. What?
Your alligator
Oh
did that
my
to
God, did
finger.
you do that to your finger?
Ridiculous.
That looks serious.
I know,
Ow.
bastard.
You gotta show it's stuff. Oh, that was a nice steal. Did you see that? That was pretty good.
Unlike Johnathan, who
I know, I
actually took
really
this
fucked
on
it up.
TV,
I fucked
like
it up.
Vegas
How do you fuck that
television.
up?
You put it on your finger and you go, look. That's how
Let
you
me
do
show
it.
you. Let me show him how.
No,
I fuck-
because Simon Drake is going to give me so much shit. I need
Simon.
to actually just. Hi, Simon. Thank you for sending us these beautiful
For free,
gimmicks. We
and-
won't fuck it up on TV anymore.
Oh, this isn't really TV. Let's show how it's done.
No, I'm not letting you.
I'll give you a Sprite. It's icy cold. Oh, fucker. So, tell me some stories you remember.
Oh God, killing Charles Nelson Riley. I think we talked about that. We killed Charles Nelson Riley. That was.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Bruce.
We were it was at the Sahara,
Yeah.
and you were on stage, and you did.
I said that
You
Charles
did.
Nelson-
You did that sound. You did the impression. And you said, "Do you know who that is?" And I said, "Yeah, it's Charles Nelson Riley."
That
and
was
you
his
said,
catchphrase. How do you make a catchphrase out of? Like, tell me, you just spilled your coffee,
"I just spilled my coffee."
and that he
That
made
was
it
his
famous
catchphrase.
from doing that.
And Johnathan
How
said
do
to
you
me
even
when I
spell
said
that?
we mentioned Charles Nelson, he goes, he's dead now. And I go, no, he's not dead. This is on stage. He goes, no, I think Charles Nelson Riley's dead. And I said, unless he just died, Charles Nelson Riley just did some shows in L.A. Charles Nelson Riley isn't dead. Next morning, turn on the news. First thing on the radio, Charles Nelson Riley died last night. And I'm like, And then you
Now,
killed,
this is really weird.
Then you killed
I
the guy.
I killed the guy
on the way to Disney.
on the Disneyland. The guy in the motorcycle went
We
by
still
us
have
fast.
fun at Disney though.
Yeah.
Boy, we
He
saw that
wasn't
guy.
with us.
No.
No, he was by and I said, that guy's dead in 5 minutes. Then this traffic started getting really bad. And it stopped traffic, and the guy dead in the road on the motorcycle. I called that one. I just called another
But
one.
Disney took it all the way. It was so magical.
Yeah, you're gonna
you
work
feel
there.
bad. You feel then you get
You're
to
gonna work
Disney.
there someday. Except for you did the Jew raccoon. Now you're out.
And that's when Johnathan first met Brett Loudermilk's ass.
Yeah, Brett Mount, he showed me his ass.
And he
You ever see
retweeted
Brett?
a
It's
picture
Yeah.
of
the
it.
hairiest
I
ass.
See Brett's ass.
I have.
Oh, it's a
that's
freak,
right.
It's a freak
I have
show.
a
Ooh.
photo of
I
it because
thought-
I couldn't believe it.
I can tell you the
could
nicest
braid
thing you've
it.
ever done for me.
Wow, I want to hear the
You wanna hear the nicest thing
The
you've
time
ever
I
done?
pulled you out of the well.
That's it. Years ago, back when the Masked Magician first did the show, I got a call from Hard Copy. Remember the TV show? I don't even know if it's still on.
Oh, I've been
and
on
they
it.
and they wanted
60
wanted
years.
me to do some I don't remember how they got my name, but they said, "Can you do some commentary on the Masked Magician?" And I talked to you, and
remember
Johnathan
that.
said, "Well, why don't you film it at my house? You know, we've got all the magic posters and stuff." So it was you and me. And the funny thing is, there was one guy that was not a magician, and they showed him throughout the whole thing, and they did show.
we talked about magic and how technical it was and what we thought of the special, and then this guy who doesn't even do magic, they used him. They cut all this out, and they used his comments.
They
on
had
it.
pictures of us throwing marshmallows at the TV set during the thing.
Yeah.
But on my way to doing this TV shot, where I think I got like $500 for it, and Johnathan was getting $500. It was that for this thing. But my truck broke down, and and I barely get by financially any time in my life. Well, a few weeks, well, especially look who I worked with.
A double backhanded compliment.
But a few weeks later, the check comes in the mail, and I have 2 checks for $500, and I'm honest, so I call up. I said, "You made a mistake. You sent me 2 checks," and they go, "Well, the other one is for your friend." Because of your friend Johnathan. I go, "Oh, well, you should send him a check." He goes, "No, he told us to send you his check because your car broke down and didn't want you to know."
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I want that check.
And but the kindness of that wasn't even that you just did that very kind, but you didn't even want credit for it. You didn't even want it to
Not
be
only
known.
credit for it.
You just wanted
to be the anonymous guy who doesn't know.
that you wanted. Yeah, so you just were expecting me to get a check for $1,000 instead of that, and so. But during that same time, I think that's when you pulled the joke on me with the car window.
Whoa, but rolling your car window down.
I put the glass.
Oh yeah, I put the glass
think-
all over
oh,
his seat. This is what you do. You roll
This is
someone's
the
car
first
window
time-
down.
Oh,
and
God,
you put broken glass all over their seat, and some of it in where the window goes. And
It was fucking cold in L.A. too.
he
I
thought
don't
somebody
say
had smashed his window. I put a brick on.
I drove home with the window freezing.
Oh no, you didn't!
I put tape. I took plastic bag and tape my window, and I was ready to choke. I was ready to go to the repair shop, and finally said, "Bruce, don't go to the repair shop." And they would have just went, "Hey, asshole."
I carried.
I was so cold driving all the way.
I carried a cup of broken glass wherever I went. I had a little cup of broken glass. I kept. Yeah, I did that.
Who breaks into cars in Marina Del Rey? But I felt that. It was
that's
beautiful
the
Marina Del
funniest
Rey. I thought.
thing.
What's this for?
Oh, I'm just letting anyone who wants cherries eat cherries. I thought I'd offer something.
Wait a minute.
And
is
he's
there?
making faces at me. I don't know why she
Are
doesn't
they-
want one.
Wow.
Sophie ate one. I
Why?
ate
Where are
one.
they from?
They're from the home.
Why would you bring this from home? This is so fucking suspect. Why would you bring suspect? Why would? This is so. This is like something. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm diabetic. I get it because it's sugar.
You got me. You know my favorite Bruce and you thing is when you do that joke thing on stage, the joke off, and then you tell a joke, and then Bruce would tell the other part of it. Remember?
Penny, I love you so much.
Not only can she not tell a joke, she can't even tell a story about other people telling jokes.
This is a comic who cannot tell one joke.
With the rabbit, when he would do it back.
Oh, we go back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
We go back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, that was a version of
Thank you.
Shecky Werewolf.
Well, it's like, hey, Bruce,
Yeah, Johnathan.
the Invisible Man is in your dressing room.
Tell him I can't see him. I can't remember.
Hey, this is the fire department. My house is on fire.
How do I get there?
You don't have those big red trucks anymore?
I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam.
Relax, you're too tense. I'm a curtain rod. I'm a curtain rod.
Pull yourself together.
Yep, Penny loves it.
My wife is having a baby.
Is this her first child?
No, it's her husband, you idiot. Yeah,
Every joke.
we were funny.
We were
We
funny.
used to do that other thing where you'd get the names wrong for everything. It would go on and on. And on.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a
That
good.
was hysterical.
That was funny. We made that one up. That was our own little improv.
But it would, and it would go really run for some long time.
Yeah, it would go a long time if you could do it right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think of an
What are you
example of
talking
it.
about?
Well, I'd say like
It would.
I'm going to see like Graham Parker. Oh, is that the guy who makes Parker pencils? We just keep the name going. You have to use the name in another context and keep it going with. Penny, you can do it. Don't look at us like you want to try it. Because you can't even tell a fucking joke.
I can
You
tell
have
a joke.
one joke.
No, I have 3.
But now you do because I made you learn it. But she had one joke, always one joke, and I made her. It was such a bad joke that I just said, not from now on. When you tell that joke, I'm gonna yell the punchline out before you got to it.
I know, it's the
She would
greatest
use
joke.
a stupid
Best joke.
Irish accent that made it even worse.
No.
No, I know the one.
Okay, tell it.
I know 2. Okay, so these are my 2. So this guy goes in a bar and he orders a drink. He's drinking, and all of a sudden he hears, "Hey, sexy, you look really cute." And he's looking around, nobody's there, and he goes, "Woo, you are really hot." And then the bartender comes back and he goes, "Hey, bartender, I keep hearing all these voices." And the bartender, "Yeah, it's a penis. They're complimentary."
The penis is complimentary?
You said penis.
Peanut.
Ah, you said penis.
I didn't.
You said penis.
Ah. Let's bring Ariane out here and get her out here too. Ladies and gentlemen, a fine magician, comic when your hair's on fire though. And that was funny. Ariane Black, ladies and
Come on,
gentlemen.
everyone, have some close friends.
Scoot over. Oh, you can smack me because I can keep you here next to me. Because if I bite my hand and do this, Ariane, you pissed off.
Yeah, like the last
Jesus, Ariane, I
episode.
can see the Hubble Space Telescope with these.
I know.
No. So, tell us about when your hair caught on fire. That was great.
Well, if you're gonna have your hair catch on fire, do it at a magic convention.
Yeah.
'Cause that
Millions
way
of magicians were watching.
Everybody sees it.
Yeah. Every name in magic was there. She's doing a beautiful routine with the candles appearing and disappearing. But she turns around and it catches on fire. Back of her hair. Always the back of your hair, too, isn't it? When you don't. Because was it the
right
front?
here.
Well, you didn't
The
react very
candles
quick for it being the front. You didn't react
No,
very.
because fire burns up.
Yeah.
So you don't
feel it, and you don't smell it unless you're
Right.
going.
So, right, and the only way I knew that my hair was on fire was because the front section
Couldn't
of the
hear me
audience.
laughing.
But the front section of the audience, I just saw this look of shock and awe.
It was.
And so and I'm like.
It was like you really did a good trick. Everyone was
Right.
like, wow.
And so I'm standing there, and I knew the candle had hit my head, and so I'm like, fuck, my hair's on fire. Whack, 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 and put it out with my hand.
It did look like you were trying to remember something.
Yeah.
Brain freeze.
Stupid me, stupid me, stupid
Like you ate
me.
ice cream real fast.
So and so then I do this thing with the snowstorm at the end of the candle routine, and as
That's
I'm
my
turning,
routine.
I know it is, but as I'm turning around, I'm like, fuck.
I kind of like that. It's kind of a good look.
Yeah.
Wait, and then I came out with the thing, right?
You did. You took your bow with a fire extinguisher.
No, I'm the one. Johnathan
Oh,
came
you-
backstage and told me, he goes,
James
look,
Martin.
you need to do something funny. Go out with fire extinguisher because
What did you do?
James
You
was
did
there
something
with
too.
Yeah, I
the
did
cake.
something.
You emceed that show, didn't you?
I know, and
You
I
emceed.
Well, then I come out with the fire extinguisher, and I.
Ooh, here's a fight now.
Something
You can do this with cherries, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's the penis joke? Oh my god! Wait, all right.
I know who did it. I'm not saying, but I know.
Who did what?
That bit with the fire extinguisher. Was it you or was it her?
I have it on video. I'll look at it later.
I have it on video too.
Your ears
All right, Tattletale.
bleed. You got it.
No, I don't remember at
you
all.
were doing
Did
a
I
bit.
come out just?
I just remember there was a fire extinguisher. For sure.
There had to be. You were on fire. Everybody came out with one.
There was a fire and a fire extinguisher.
We saw some pretty bad magic. I was going to say bad magic because your magic's not bad, but we saw some pretty good situations in what was that show? Spellbind? What was it?
Triumph.
Triumph. Oh my God.
Oh God.
That was that made the hair on fire look like professional.
Centerfolds of Magic, which Ariane
Centerfolds of
stepped in
Magic.
to save, was
Yeah.
hilarious. They actually had it was topless girls just screwing up magic left, right, and center.
That'd be
It was-
horrible.
It was awesome. We called it titties in a train wreck.
It was, yeah.
Titties in a train wreck.
Except for you.
Until Ariane
Until
came
I
on
came
and she
in
rocked
and-
it.
Yeah. And then the show closed.
Then the show closed. So it wasn't a big rock, but it was kind of a rock.
So when was the first time I met you?
Ooh, that's a
Ooh,
good
trivia,
one.
trivia.
I don't know when the first time I met you
You were
is.
I'll
with
give you
Brett
a
Michaels.
Nope. I'll give you a
Mike
hint.
Michaels.
Atlantic City.
Mike Michaels. Oops.
Did we meet in Atlantic City? Oh, you were on my game show, you
I wasn't
said.
on it, but I was
You were
there.
in the audience.
Yeah. And I met you when you were shooting Ruckus.
Yeah, I had a game show for a flick of a second in this business.
It was a great game show.
Murph
Thank
Griffin
you.
produced it.
Murph Griffin did produce
Yeah.
it. And my ass still hurts.
But then,
Because he's gay. Murph Griffin was gay. And so am I. So was Charles Nelson. And I got him. After I got done blowing him, I went, it's like, John Carney told me that he met him in the grocery store once. And he went.
Charles Nelson
Charles Nelson Riley. And he actually went, can I have your autograph? And he went, and signed the paper. Then he saw him, like, in the next aisle over, saw him again, and he kind of, like, it was kind of uncomfortable now because he's just signed it. And he's back again, and he went, and wheeled. He said it happened 3 times. The next aisle over, he went, so that's fucking great. 3 from Charles Nelson Riley, and you're in. You're in, like, if you use that on your resume, and you're fucking, you can work anywhere.
We want to talk about your crazy email for a second. We
What's
missed
crazy
that.
email?
That's what we do.
Yeah, who is that? Who emailed
Because
us?
that was hysterically funny. Because he
Well,
used
it's kind
someone
of-
Andy Dick as a reference. Andy Dick,
Yeah, he
trust me.
said this guy wrote and he said that I want to come and live with you and take care of Johnathan for free. You can trust me. I'm friends with Andy Dick. I used to work with him, and I'm like,
He wants to learn that.
I said, yeah, we wanted to learn the act. That was the thing, and I'm like,
Was that Adam Waxman just disguising himself?
no.
Yeah, everybody wants to work for me for free.
Well, after I told him thanks anyway, but he's.
You
just
kind of came
fine.
down on him, didn't you?
I came down after the 3rd no, and he kept on frickin' writing me these giant paragraphs. I was like, listen, it's getting insulting now. I'm his fucking wife. I take care of him. What the hell are you trying to say? You want to come into my life? God, kiss me. Really.
Oh, you do so much work.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. She signed a prenup, but will she do this?
oh, here we go.
Say no.
Come on. If you love me, you do. See, every girl that's ever
This water
will do
stinks.
that. Shut up.
It's the formaldehyde from the twins.
That's what, Bruce said it's the formaldehyde from the dead baby. Why is this? Are these little baby heads? Did you fucking trick me? These are little baby heads. I'll sell them to you. So I met you. You were in a contestant at the game show. That's
I
where we
was
met.
not a contestant.
You were not a
I was
contestant,
not.
but you met me,
I
and you were
was
going,
doing magic
"Ooh,
over
someday
at
I'm
Trump's
going to be a
Castle."
magician."
No, I was doing the magic over at Trump's Castle.
Really? Trump's
Fucker.
Castle.
Yeah.
You already knew magic then.
I did.
It wasn't one of these.
But do you remember the first time that you yelled at me?
Ooh, you got
Let me
yelled.
think.
God, I don't even remember the first time.
Who was in the
So many
picture? Was it backstage?
Nope.
Oh God, this was good. Where if it wasn't? Remember, my wife is here. Tick 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 tick.
So, Christy had quit, and she'd given you 2 weeks' notice.
Chrissy's this bitch I used to date.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Oh, I say that because she's not here. She's nice.
So, she'd given you 2 weeks' notice, and you said, no, you can leave now. Ariane will do it for me because she's opening.
For
and she
free.
And I said, and Christy's like, I don't care, I'll leave, I'll show Ariane how to do it. And I said, I'll do it, but you can't yell at me. And so something had been said on your table wrong, and you're out there, and you're like, Ariane! And I'm like, What did I say? And he's standing there with something in his hand, and he goes, I can't fucking yell at her.
So I didn't yell at you then. I did not yell at you then.
You wanted to.
You've apologized to me on stage before.
Did I?
Yeah, you had yelled at me on the way into work, and you had your volunteer on stage, and you threw your cards, and you said, "What's that? That's my or that's my horrible temper." No, I saved that for my girlfriend. And that was your little twisted way of apologizing to me.
Yeah. I apologized to you on stage.
Yeah.
And proposed to you on stage, too.
Oh,
That's right.
I remember when you.
did.
I remember when you apologized to me on stage. You said, "Okay, I'm not docking you 100, only 50." Remember that?
Yeah.
I never charged you for. I would dock you, but I never really docked you. It was more of the thing of you losing money. That's the only way to get through Penny. Is money. Money, she understands. She doesn't understand the glass has to be here, but she will understand the glass has to be here if you want $100. Or the glass has to be here because there's cheesecake and we need room for the cheesecake.
No, but we used to fuck with her backstage so she would miss cues until you started docking her. And then we're like, all right, we can't
Oh,
fuck with her
another
anymore.
thing I didn't know about you, Ariane.
The three of us used to get into some fights.
Oh, tell them about the fight on the
on
air.
stage. You and I
Yeah.
would be screwed
These
by each other.
two, man. Oh, God.
These two.
No, on the plane.
Oh, we would
You guys
too.
would fight.
Oh,
We
yeah,
would fight.
you two would
Oh,
fight
God.
Three of
too.
us never got along
I
at the
think-
same time. It was
no.
either Penny and Bruce were friends, or Penny and I were friends, or Bruce and I were friends. One of us was always on the out backstage.
Yeah, that was
Unless
at
Sophie
Bally's.
was there. If Sophie was there, then everyone got along. Sophie
Yeah.
was like,
So what-
if everybody's
Thanks a lot,
happy.
Sophie, for not being there.
It's okay.
She was. Sophie
No,
The
but
thing
tell-
that you don't
tell-
know about
what?
well, it was funny. Erica, who you'd seen earlier, and Sophie and I, the calm before, the best part was before Penny would finally, because you
Storm
saw
in the
how
dressing room.
crazy, because you saw how crazy they were. That's how it was every night. But there was about 45 minutes where it was just the three of us.
It was the calm before the
and it was
storm.
very calm, and we would bitch about all the shit that happened the night before. And it was like therapy, and we'd go through therapy, and then all of a sudden that door would fling over, and it would be Penny, and
It's
just
like
all hell would break loose.
rip.
And then the next day we bitch to each other, and it's like the only thing that kept us sane, I think, during that whole run. Really.
Yeah, when you
do
came
that
into
very
the dressing
well,
room,
but-
it was like it was like Rip Taylor when she came in the dressing room.
I remember being in the dressing room with Sophie and Erica, and it was really calm, and then you would come, and then all hell would break
This
loose.
is not I was telling you about how you fight. You're an asshole. No, you're an asshole.
Oh my
Fought with you
god!
backstage, Penny.
No.
I never fought
No,
with
you
you.
and I never
you
got in a
placate. You placate.
No, Sophie and I
Penny
never.
got into a fight with my 10-year-old daughter backstage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And met that newborn baby over who could have the bottle. That was a good one.
But Penny can be, a boyfriend can break up with her or something and she can be devastated and cry. It's the worst thing ever. I'll be right back.
When did that happen?
Tanya
When did-
shows up, but you
Yeah.
can be.
When did Penny have a boyfriend? Wait, back up. I'm still on the Penny could have a boyfriend line.
But if she would, I've
Sure.
never known anyone to be bursting in tears and everything's gone wrong and but she's still listening to the show and the
Some-
tears
yeah.
would dry up and she'd get a grin on her, she'd run on and then she would come off and be straight back into the tears and the emotional finishing of the story, then perk back up and run back out and be psychic Tanya and it would just come and go.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing skill.
It would be if she didn't miss cues all. Then that would have been. That's what you say. That's an amazing skill.
No, but that's not because I was crying backstage. That was because Sophie was talking to me, or or Ariane was pushing.
I
me
want to hear
down.
about the fight on the airplane. Speaking of being ornery on airplanes,
Oh
yes.
man!
these
that
two.
was-
Oh, and the whole thing was over. Penny had to go and yell. What should I
No,
tell
no,
him?
that's
that-
not how
no, I
it
won't
started. It was
won't
I was
say
on
it.
my
You
phone.
can't say that.
Do I
I
have
was on my
red cherries
phone.
on my mouth?
No.
Your tongue's all red.
Okay, I'll start the story. You can jump in. Penny and I are sitting beside each other on the airplane. We're 3 rows back from first class. And it's a smaller plane, had propellers, I believe, did it not? It wasn't like one of those big, it was a puddle jumper. And we're not getting along that well anyway, like there's some tension, I don't remember what it was about. But I asked her to turn off her phone, and she's very on
No,
her
first the
phone.
pilot asked her to turn
No,
off.
no.
And then the overhead announcement
Yes, okay,
asked.
the announcement said turn off your phone.
But Penny
and
wouldn't
Penny
turn it
wasn't
off.
turning it off. And I'm like, Penny, I'm really nervous about flying on this small plane. Can you please turn off the phone? She's like, I'll turn it off. She didn't turn it off. And then it kind of got more hostile, and I think she said, "What are you going to do? Tell on me?" And at that exact moment,
The
a steward walked by, and I went, "Excuse me," and he was like, "Yes," like head right in front of my face, and I'm like, "She won't turn off her phone," kind of like a little bratty kid would say it, and she's like, "She's lying. I turned off my phone." This is like a bratty kid would say it back. And I'm like, "No, she's lying." And I go to reach down with my left arm, and Penny's on the aisle, and I'm
Big fucking
in
bruiser.
the middle seat. Yeah. And I go to grab her phone, and she sees that I'm going to grab her phone, which is not in her purse. It's on her purse. She'll say it's in her purse. I grab the phone, she grabs my wrist and proceeds to fucking break it off my arm. Okay? So she's got my arm twisted under the thing. The steward's standing right here. And
Look at
I
him.
forget that he's there, and I hit her as hard as I fucking can. Just boom! Right in the arm. And then the steward's just like, "Oh! Oh my God!" And he runs to the front of the plane. Penny's like, "Now you fucking done it. Now you fucking done it." I'm like, "Okay." So he comes back with the pilot and all the stewardesses, like everyone, right? They're all
No,
standing.
first off, he says, "You need to be off the plane now."
He
to
didn't
you.
say that to me. He has
No,
no
he
right to say
did.
that. No, he got the pilot to say
And he had a fire extinguisher in his
A two-headed baby.
See, these two, and I'm up in first class with my champagne going, I wonder what they're doing back there.
There's no way he didn't hear it. There's no way he didn't.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the fight. I
But
didn't.
they tried to kick you
I heard
off the
about it.
plane, and then I was like, "No,
I've
don't
been kicked
kick her
off a plane before.
We'll just
Because
switch
you knew you'd
seats."
be in much shit with them as
What?
me.
No,
if I
because
got
I
kicked
couldn't
out.
even stand the idea that you would be kicked off the plane, and then that would just be so like a.
Well, they separated us.
so I said, "Just
As they should have.
I was one row behind her,
like
and I got
third-
to listen
it's
to
like
her
second grade.
talk about just whatever for the whole flight.
I didn't
talk
know
about-
any other two adults.
Penny,
who've ever
you're
been
kind of hard to fly. She's hard to fly with because she's
pretty
really impatient.
legendary.
When
She
some
opens cans of tuna on
on
an
an airplane, yeah,
She stretches. She'll be in the middle seat. She's like,
she'll be watching a movie with the headphones on, and the stewardess will be coming down the aisle with the drink cart, and when it gets in her way with the movie, she's like, oh! And with headphones on, it's even louder because it's more like, oh!
I don't fly well at 6 a.m. I don't.
No, you don't.
Nobody flies well
I
at 6
am
a.m.
so.
I do,
crappy.
first class.
What about when he asked you to marry him on stage?
Yeah, she was shocked by that one. You were
yeah,
surprised.
I didn't see
You
that coming.
didn't
I
see
thought
it
he was
coming.
never in a million years going to marry me.
Nope.
'cause, like, yeah. I think his mom made him do it.
Well, when my mom talked to me about it, certainly she talked to me about it. Nobody made me do it. My mom can't make me do anything except for call her and change my underwear and make sure I eat right. And not to swim after I eat. But other than that, she's not going to affect anything else in my life. She talked to me and said, you know what? I like Anna. She's takes good care of you, and I think that you guys should be, you know, if she wants to get married, marry her. And I went, fuck yeah, you're right. So I married her. She was right.
But how did you do it on stage?
Well,
I said, my mom wants to know if you'll accept this ring that she picked out.
Since closing the show at Valley's, I was like doing, well, any parts that weren't making me look like Psychic Tanya, and I was doing
Yeah.
skewer, blowtorch, and block.
She would come out and do her own act during my show.
Yeah, and then I was also running the sound as well.
Yep.
I learned how to do tech.
What we're trying to
Learned how
say
work
is,
a board.
when you weren't in the show, it went really, really smooth. Nobody got in fights.
Bullshit.
Nah, I'm kidding.
We got in fights.
Yeah, we had
But you know,
fun.
we all know that Johnathan loves animals,
Yeah.
but specifically cats.
Yeah,
And I know we all have funny stories about Johnathan with cats, except for
You
Spooky.
do? You have funny stories?
Spooky.
That was a funny story when you had
No,
to come over and give my
Spooky
cat
is
an IV
not
and it
a funny
died.
story. Spooky is not a funny story.
No.
But remember the
You took
puppy?
Spooky to the hospital because I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it.
Everyone goes, I held my pet when it was dying. I don't want to fucking hold my. It's like a two-headed baby in a jar.
Remember, I got the vet to say they would come to your house.
Well, you didn't need to. I need to just drive her over and kill her and come back with the ashes. It's so much easier than me having to get dressed and fucking
Right. Do you remember the big? You had that big fluffy orange cat, and do you remember that
Fuzzy
getting
that you
caught?
hate.
No, do you remember getting caught in the collar? You
Yes.
freak.
The cat had the collar. They can get their collar off if they're really like Houdini, but this one wasn't trained in the fine art of escape and had it caught halfway up in its mouth.
Yeah.
In the process of taking the straitjacket off, it was like, and it freaked out, and it cut the sides of its mouth, and and you couldn't get near it because they thought you were going to put another collar on it.
And so he's freaking out. I grabbed the cat.
Yeah, Ariane's has got it. She chased it. She caught it. How do you catch a cat? A frantic cat.
Yeah.
I've only seen frantic like that once before when I had a plastic bag on it. When I tied a plastic bag onto their legs, they think it's a fucking ghost chase them. It's the funniest thing ever. Or blowing pot smoke in their face and then doing. I don't do any of that. I love animals.
You do. Well, you love your
Oh,
cats.
or
But she doesn't love. I have an orange cat, and his name is Fuzzy, by the way. Not that orange cat. It's Fuzzy. Okay.
I don't care what the name of it
Yeah,
is.
but I do, and so does he. So, Fuzzy, we make fun of Fuzzy because the other one's so sweet, and Fuzzy's aloof. You know, that does what he wants. So,
That's because he
Including
has
swat you, bite you.
yeah, it
see
does what he
you,
wants. He's a
constantly
rebel.
meow.
He's a fucking rebel of a cat. He's cool. But we always make fun of him. Like, let's feed the sweet one and not feed Fuzzy. It was a joke. But after a while, she starts taking the fucking joke seriously. Now when Fuzzy walks into the room, it's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, hey, I was a joke.
I do not do that. I called him an asshole.
Yeah, an
once.
asshole. But like this, you're an asshole to a cat?
not.
Really?
I'm like asshole.
Oh,
like
but
as
the-
if he understands English.
No, he knows the tone. It's the tone. He went like this. He went. Yeah, he didn't do that.
He beat the shit out of Dodger. He had left black fur all
Not
over our white
me.
carpet.
Not me. Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. So I called him an asshole.
Oh, that's not right. Speaking of which, we're going to bring out one more person. This is a surprise for me. She wasn't my tour manager during the Las Vegas years. But, well, I guess, was it during Australia? This is before Australia.
Before
Before
me.
Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She was I took her to Australia with me as my tour manager. Well, come on up, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Lynetta, and she's in the magic community.
Yeah.
Lynetta Welch. Lynetta, we did a lot of stuff when we were in Australia. We had a really, really, really good time. And none of what we can say on television, really. If the black Jew jokes can be told and what we did can't be told, you can only assume that it was fun. But I didn't know. Can I kind of tell?
I don't know.
Well,
You guys should
can
have
I,
had a phone
can
call.
I, can I tell why it didn't work for me?
What, when I said you'd have better luck with a nun?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that I would have better luck with a nun when I took her to Australia, which is a fancy term for,
You're not my type.
right, I'm not her type, which is a fancy term for, say it. So, they're so fucking chicken. She's a fucking lesbian. All right, now. Anyway, I didn't know that, or I wouldn't have taken her. I wouldn't have taken her. No, I wouldn't have taken you if I knew
You
that.
like did the whole thing on Arsenio Hall where you had me like step on the banana.
After I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was after. Yeah, we did Arsenio, and we did Arsenio's final show, and he said to me, "Do whatever you want." There was no censorship. I went, "Really? Do whatever you want?" And he said, "Yeah,
Really?
do whatever you want." So I said, "Lynetta, let's pull out the old banana routine." And
Well, first I had balloons.
she had big breasts that were
Big,
fake. They were
big
balloons. And I put her in a trance, and I go, "You're as stiff as a board," and she would get stiff. And I go, "You're as flat as a board."
No, you just said you're get stiff as a board, and with that it went. Shh.
No, I went
And you were like,
flat as a board, flat as a
you-
board, and then the balloon, her tits would deflate, and then
My name was Chelsea.
Chesty.
Chelsea, and you kept calling me
chesty,
Chesty.
yeah. And then we did something with the banana, and I said, "Oh, this is fun. I'll make it like a penis." She's hypnotized, and watch what she does. And she what she did would throw it down and stomp on it.
Get out the
I'm like, "Oh, one of those." It is. We tried a lot of new stuff. When you were with us, we had some bits in the show that were just fucking great, man. And I remember,
They were funny.
yeah, you would be backstage, and I was, "Lynetta, bring out the hammer." "I can't find the hammer." And she would go, she'd go backstage, and you could see the shadow of her looking for a hammer. And "It's back there. It's not back here." "Yes, it is. Don't make me come back there." And I would go back there, and you'd see my shadow, and I go, "What the fuck is this?" And I'd pick it up, and I'd smash her 3 times in the head, and it looked real. And I'd just go like to the side of her, and the blood would go all over the sheets, and I'd come out with the hammer going, "I found it, Lynetta." She's okay. She's rested.
You
Yeah,
see my feet hanging
yeah,
out
great.
from the
That was a great bit. Yeah, we did all new material, man. It was fucking funny
Remember
stuff.
when you couldn't figure out how to float?
Yeah.
So you made me do it?
Yeah. Well, there was the thing with the fake leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was really good at it. I would try to whip the thing away.
Because I was just trying to teach you how to do it. I'm like, my God, Johnathan, it's so simple. And you're like, you're so good at it. So then you decided on the
take
way
you to
to a
Australia.
TV show in the back of a cab that I was we were going to stop at a shoe store, get a shoe, we're going to rig the whole thing for me. And when you cut my finger off.
What?
Remember? This one. You cut the tip of my finger off. And then,
Oh, yeah,
to
look
make
at
it
this.
worse, to make it worse, you say, oh, that's okay, I have something that'll fix it. And you pull a little packet out of your wallet, and you pour it on my wound.
That would be speed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
That would
wait. Little packet.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. And then I'm screaming because it felt like acid
But-
in my hand. And you're going, don't be such a baby. Don't be such a baby.
But you were screaming for days after that.
No.
Like this. No, what was it? We did Australian TV, and the hosts of the show were just like shocked by what we were doing, you know. And we would do the thing where I would take a fish hook and stick it in my fake tongue, and they were like horrified at that I was putting a hook in my tongue. Then I would tie a fishing line to it. Then I'd go over and tie it to your legs, and you'd hold on to the stool, and I would go backwards, and your legs would go straight up. Both legs would go straight up in the air, and I was pulling you with this fishing line from my tongue, and everyone thought I was pulling your legs up in the air, and they were like, "Holy Jesus!" It was so great, man. It was such a great bit, and that's when I got on the little girl's shoulders. Do you remember that?
That was great.
Yeah, I had a fake leg. I put a little girl in a chair, and I would go behind her and put my leg over the little girl from behind, and then swing a fake leg over her. So it looked like I was sitting on this little girl's shoulders, all my weight on this tiny little 3-year-old. And then I started to shake her head like she was supporting my weight. And the audience is like, this big fat guy sitting on this little girl's fucking shoulders, you know? And they're like, they looked horrible. Then you hear that, and I'm shaking her head really violently. And the audience hated me after that. They were like, fucking... We had a good time.
We did have good times.
It was. We did a lot more stuff than that. We tried some new stuff that we never tried in and out of the show.
Wait. What?
Well, no, it was there was one night that I think I did too much drugs and things got really fucking weird. But we won't talk about that one. I'll tell you later.
Which night was that?
Shut up.
It's
forever burned in my brain.
I wouldn't answer my phone, and I would he'd be like, "Oh, I want to come to your room and write," and I would keep the air so cold in my room. Remember, you called me the Ice Princess.
No, that's not why. Yeah. Oh yeah, that air canal.
They're like, "What the hell's the matter with you?"
But Lynetta does make amazing fabric magic props.
She does make amazing magic props, yeah. She also does amazing sounds.
Does she? Now?
Yeah. Have you ever heard her do her fake orgasm? She used to do this in a car of guys. She would do a fake orgasm in a car full of guys, and they would just be like, what the fuck is going on? What is she doing? I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. I watched their faces.
We used to do it. We'd act like we didn't know. I didn't know the microphone was on backstage.
Oh yeah. And then they would do over the mic.
And then,
but it was so. It was like when Harry met Sally.
The microphone wasn't on the whole time, was it, John? No. That microphone wasn't on.
Yeah.
And then we'd walk out.
Yeah. We did that for real. When we were in Detroit, we did that benefit in Detroit for all this. This guy was trying to raise money for a school. My sister's boss. And the mic was on, and I didn't know it. I'm backstage, and I said,
The opening comic is on.
yeah, and I said, why would they fucking want to build a school in the Himalayan mountains? Why don't they move the fuckers out of the Himalayan mountains where there's regular air, they can breathe regularly? Yeah, and I went, and someone come running back and went, your mic is on, your mic. And I went, okay, how do I get out of this? So I said, I just said the most ridiculously outlandish things I could so
You
that
went
it
to the
seemed like I was
bathroom,
supposed to
didn't
do that. Yeah, I pretend like I was in the bathroom.
Flush the
And
toilet.
flush the toilet and it's like grunting and like they were hearing stuff like that. So they thought I did it on purpose, but I didn't. I really had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you did it again the next time.
Detroit's my favorite thing in the whole, my favorite place in the world. And
Yeah.
I love this meth. Delicious.
That reminds me, when you were talking about your baggie, what did you put through the printer?
Today, I put my baggie through a printer. I thought there was paper stuck in my printer, and I'm looking, and here comes out this little bindle of fucking speed. I remembered I hid it in the printer. I put it in the printer to hide it, and it went through the fucking round thing, went through the roller, and it all come out like nicely crushed into a
was your
powder.
Xanax.
Oh, yeah, it was Xanax. It was all crushed pills.
Yep.
But I thought it was, and I'm like, ugh!
Yeah, you freaked out for a second.
Yeah. Drugs. Wacky drugs. So that's my life.
How did you meet Lynetta?
I know how we met.
I know how we met.
How'd we meet?
Jeff Abraham.
Oh, I thought it was through.
Jeff Abraham Little?
Well, no, your girlfriend gave me massages for a while.
That
She
was after you knew me.
How did Jeff Abraham introduce you? How do you know Jeff Abraham from the Magic World?
I've known Jeff since we were 20.
Really?
Yeah. Since we were kids.
No, I remember when we met. We met at the MTV Awards. And
Yeah, that's
And
where I made the
Gene
Gene Simmons bit.
Yeah. Gene Simmons liked you.
Yeah.
And I was talking. I was talking to Dweezil Zappa. Dweezil Zappa was telling me that Frank Zappa, my dad was your biggest fan. I'm like, really? Frank Zappa like my shit, right? So I'm like, and you come over and go like, well, we gotta get out of here. I gotta go home. I'm like, what? Fucking Gene Simmons was hitting on you, and he showed you his tongue, and it was like a fucking horse tongue was that long.
How did you resist? I mean, you should
She had a girlfriend.
He actually came over to my house.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
What? Were you going
no.
out with your?
No.
Okay.
And he brought
Check up on this.
He brought Domino's pizza and Coca-Cola to my house.
What's wrong with that? It's probably late.
Ghetto.
I don't know.
Did you-
he was
did you do
recording.
them?
No.
Were you attracted
But-
to him?
No. Oh, no. No.
Okay. Such a good story.
No.
Such a good
Wait
story.
till the camera's off.
Okay. Boy, I could do it. I could. I know. I could do an hour on Lynetta alone. I could do an hour. But we can't because we've run really long on this show.
That
What's
whorehouse, man.
6
That
minutes?
whorehouse
6
was
minutes
something
each.
else.
The what story? Prince came to our show.
Oh yeah, I get a letter from Prince. Listen, Prince writes me and goes, no, first it was on his website. Saw Amazing Jonathan's Comedy Central special. It was off the hook. Okay, off the hook. Looked that up in the Black Dictionary. That means good. That's good. That's a good thing. All right, so Prince likes me, and soon he wants to come. He invites me to Paisley Park. First of all, he wrote me and invites me to come watch comedy videos with him at Paisley Park. And I went, man, this is kind of cool unless he's gay or a Christian. Turns out he's a Christian. So I didn't go over there at all because he's a born-again Christian. And he finally comes to see my show in Vegas. And he brings 2 women. And
On the helicopter.
5 minutes.
He lands on the helicopter and makes a big deal. No one's to look at me. No one can look at me.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
He only said, I can only look at you.
Yeah, Erica was
Well, I
the
can
only
see that.
one allowed to look at him because and he had a white suit on and he looked beautiful and he passed right by
He had a
me.
big white fur on, big white fur
Yes,
jacket.
and I said hi, and he went. I'm like, oh.
Obviously, he didn't recognize you.
I know, right?
Right.
Son of
So
a-
he leaves. 5 minutes into the show, he hears me say "fuck," and he gets up and walks out on me.
Because he's
And I
not. He's a
proceeded to tell
Jehovah's
him-
Witness, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, he's a Jehovah's Witness. He didn't even see the accident. Trust me. You trying to get that joke? Look at- I see smoke.
I get it.
Penny once said, "If I put more RAM in my computer, will it be heavier? Will that make it heavier? No, will that make it heavier?
Oh
no,
wait, can
it'll
I
make
tell
it
this
faster."
story? Can I tell my story?
What?
We're at the hotel, and Penny wanted a tampon, so she asked me to ask the hotel person for a tampon for her. So I
That's
asked
right.
for a tampon. They give me a tampon, give it to Penny, and Penny says, "No, the flat one, the flat one." And I'm like, "That's called a pad." not a tampon.
Well, that's tampon. That to me, that's.
No, it's not. There's
Yeah.
tampons and there's pads.
There's-
There's different.
That's
It's
an
apples.
uplifting
That's
story.
apples and
I'm glad
tampons.
you shared that with everyone.
Okay, we have Amber. Amber in
So
Canada.
Yeah, in Canada.
Tampons and pads are different, right?
When you date a
In
Canadian,
England,
when you date a
they're
Canadian,
different.
you got to hear the fucking difference between everything.
How about we
He
talk
gets
about
mad at
my
me for
flow?
saying-
Sometimes I
I
flow
say
heavier
process,
than
he says
other days.
Well, how do you say pasta? Pasta? Pasta. She says that.
I do
Amber and
say-
Ryan,
I say pasta.
do you say pasta or pasta?
Thank you.
Fuck! Canadians are wrong. Look it up in the dictionary.
Canadians aid.
Process.
How do you spell tired? Tyre? That's how Australians spell it.
Yeah.
Australia.
How long did you two work together?
Not long.
Like
We-
a year.
Was it a year?
Yeah, I think it was about a year.
Yeah, all of it in Australia, wasn't it? No, we did
No.
Arsenio Hall a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Did you have a bad
Detroit
breakup?
and-
No, we didn't have a bad. I remember our breakup. It wasn't a breakup at all. She was at the airport. We said goodbye. And we from Australia. She went her way, and I went mine. I don't think we talked again for a
No,
long
we
time
didn't.
after that.
No, years.
So she
years went by.
called me up and went. And I said, Charles Nelson.
He's dead.
Oh, another guy. There's a comic in Boston, and he works cruise ships with Sandra, and I said, you know what? Rich Seisler, his name is. I said, oh, Rich, he died yesterday, and I was just kidding around. Guess what? He fucking died the day after I said that. I pulled the name from the hat.
Do that anymore.
Yeah.
Don't.
I won't. I'm not
Don't
going
do it about
No,
me.
3 times. 3 times is enough. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy.
But wait a minute. I've been telling the press that I'm going to die in a year and a half. So what the fuck?
You're taking everybody's life juices from them.
Am I?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel any more powerful,
You're
except for
Dorian
after the
Gray.
motorcycle
You're
accident.
like, Dorian Gray.
Yeah, the guy that got killed on the motorcycle, I did feel a little power on that one. I was riding the Disney rides going, yeah.
That was the most fun I ever had at a theme park. trip
That
to
was a
Disney.
great trip to Disney.
That was
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
That was a fun
it was
trip.
fun. Brett and me and you and Bruce and
That was my first time
And Danny
witnessing.
Sylvester.
and Danny Sylvester, and
That
we were
was a fun
singing
trip.
and laughing
We
and watching
took-
fireworks
we-
and
one of
eating
the-
ice cream. It was like right out of a fucking painting.
I cried because I've never seen Disney fireworks.
Yeah, she was
live,
crying,
bawling.
and I went, "What a fucking baby!" And then I realized now she cries over everything.
You would too.
Yeah. I see your point. That was my point.
And we took one of the funniest pictures on the beach, you and I.
Oh,
and then
Holding hands, looking
Yeah.
at each other.
there was
Sunset.
this
That
beautiful
was really-
sunset,
and
and
it
we
was
were
so
walking
gay.
on the beach, and Anna said, goes, "You two hold each other's hands." It was just
You know what? We
hysterical.
could probably put it in post. We should put that in
Oh,
post.
it's,
You know
it's
what?
very
Run the
funny.
credits over.
It started out as a joke. We won't tell any more
fire,
stories. We've told enough stories. You're probably sick of them. Ladies and gentlemen, my second half of my second half, my crew. And thank you guys I love you all. Thank you for helping me over the years. I love you all. And, Jenny, I love you. Beautiful work. And of course, my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Evans. Yeah. And I'd like to thank everybody associated with this the video show, and we had a good time. We made, I don't know, 60 episodes, seen by at least 1,000 people, and
Well, one person 1,000 times.
yeah. I love watching me. Do you ever masturbate to a picture of yourself? Yes. Okay, good. Alex! I'm not alone! Alex. So, stay tuned because we're going to do another show. Like I said, it's going to be a game show for retarded kids. Who would not watch that? And we're not going to let them, they can't answer rubber balls. That's the rule. That's because they always, rubber ball! No. The capital of Spain is rubber ball! No. This is why you left the show, by the way. Marshmallows!
Yeah, week after week. And when you do it once, it's okay. You can
Yeah.
kind of count
Marshmallows!
it. After the 60th first time, you go,
And
This'll kill your
my
career.
my lingerie for children idea didn't catch on like I thought it would. Lingerie for children because they need to feel sexy too. Did not work. Bust. So, whatever the next project will be, probably digging me up. Bruce, would you dig me up? If
Would
pay
I?
you-
Would I?
Peg leg. Good night. Thank you.